This is Midnight Radio episode 2. I'm a web developer. I want to talk about a couple of web things that I discovered recently. I should start off by describing the licenses that are involved. So this is about the GNU license. The GNU license, also known as the GPL license, is the General Public License. It is a software related license, and it allows for developers and users to have and redistribute software products under this license completely for free. So you cannot take a derivative of a product that is made under the GPL license and charge money for it either. That means all products that are in part or completely created by derivatives of GNU licensed products are also free. That includes a lot of WordPress themes. A lot of developers use WordPress for websites. It's a very popular, started out as a blogging tool, but now it's a genuine website platform. You can build amazing websites on it, and a large portion of the web, especially the small consumer and the small business person owned web, relies on WordPress as an infrastructure. So I found this pretty cool link called, I'll put the link in the description. It's called gpldl.com. And then what that site has is a collection of WordPress themes that are published under the GNU or GPL license. Now that license is expansive, so everything created with any parts from the GNU license falls into that website. So that includes a lot of premium themes. Now, you're not stealing, that's not what's happening. Even though those premium themes charge fees, what those themes are actually charging for is support. Similar to the services offered by Wix, SquareSpace, a few other competitors that have WSIWYG editors. WSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. It's kind of like drag and drop, build a website, and you can do that on WordPress as well. A lot of people don't know that, and that's why they pay exorbitant fees to Wix and SquareSpace, where you still have to go in and learn a system. And WordPress is not limited either. You can do anything on it. You can install Stripe, you can take payments, you can sell stuff with WooCommerce, lots of different options, and you don't have to go to Wix or SquareSpace for that stuff. Wix and SquareSpace offer the benefit of support, but I think the cheapest plan on Wix is $11 a month. Squarespace is about 12. And while those prices can seem competitive to people who have no experience with websites, from a web developer's perspective, it is quite like a ripoff. In many ways, this is when you walk into the law office and the lawyer charges you to fill out forms, is kind of what Wix is doing. They're taking over some of the simplest parts and still having you design your own website. Technologies on WordPress, including Elementor, SiteOrigin, and a few others, which I'll also link in the description, will help you create beautiful websites without any of those things. Now, the premium themes that you can get are beautiful handcrafted themes by developers that are made to sell. Some of these themes sell support for $60, and that's for the entire year or for the lifetime of the theme, and oftentimes that's cheaper than the yearly subscription to Wix. So you are able to drag and drop, use templates, and pretty much all the features that you get from a traditional WYSIWYG editor. But this is, I don't think you gain much by going with these website editors. Now, a lot of people are they have this idea that developers, web designers, will disappear because of all the themes and AI being able to create themes nowadays, and companies like Wix and Squarespace are putting developers out of work. I promise that is absolutely not the case. There is so much that those websites cannot do. They can set you up very simple sites, and it enables a lot of e-commerce for people. They're definitely doing great things at Wix and Squarespace, but they certainly are not full-scale replacements for website builders, developers. You can build a very simple site on WordPress that's easy to set up with a simple drag and drop system. You can build a very complex website for a corporation, which we're doing at the place I work at. And that website is amazing, has tens and thousands of products, and is very complex and runs completely off WordPress and WooCommerce. Now, WooCommerce is one I want to discuss because WooCommerce is very enabling in that it allows you to set up payment program. It allows you to show off your products. It allows you to choose themes that both belong to WooCommerce and which are part of WooCommerce. You can go and download free ones. There are plenty of premium ones available on gpldl.com. There's enormous repository. Some of them require donation. I think those are the themes that are on the extra premium side, but most of the premium themes you would have to pay somewhere between $40, $60, $20. Those are the common prices for themes. Themes are very helpful. They take over a large part of the manual labor in constructing nice visual displays and classes and elements and nice CSS effects that make websites beautiful and nice to look at. It also takes care of all those weird spacing issues and other things you can run into when you build a website custom. So themes are definitely worth it, and the huge collection of free themes, it probably will never build enough websites to run out of the premium themes on the repository at that website. It's a very good resource. WooCommerce is the other thing I wanted to talk about. WooCommerce is quite amazing, and I want to compare WooCommerce to Shopify because Shopify is a public company with a very strong following and has its own business network, and you can buy and sell Shopify stores, and it enables e-commerce across the board. Shopify takes advantage of its platform in that it's able to put a lot of stores together and have people check out each other's products and develop a social network in a way. But the keys to making a Shopify store successful are the same keys that e-commerce stores everywhere use. It is necessary to create a brand image, something powerful that resonates with users, and then create a beautiful and flawless website around it that convinces people that it's a brand they can trust. So if you don't have those things in place, your Shopify store won't work either. And if you can put those things in place, there's nothing preventing you from doing the exact same thing on WooCommerce without paying Shopify's high fees. I would call them high fees. Some people, if you're making money with Shopify, it probably doesn't seem like much for people getting started. WooCommerce is a much, much better way to get into the game. You'll be able to sell immediately. You won't have to pay any fees to get started. You can design your website with a free theme that works with WooCommerce. Very easy to upload your products. You can install Stripe right away and start taking payments with credit cards. There is absolutely nothing you're missing out with using WooCommerce. WordPress might seem a little bit more technical in the beginning, but that promise you that it really isn't the case. Wix and SquareSpace might have prettier UIs, but they are just as complicated to use. I've checked them out myself. It is not any easier to learn Wix or Squarespace's WSIWYG editor than it is to learn Elementor or SiteOrigin or any other drag and drop that belongs in WordPress. You definitely can't go wrong going the WordPress route. Self-hosting will also save you money. You get your own hosting plan. You can get 3 years of unlimited hosting from several different companies for a very good rate, under $300. And that's what they charge you every month. I think with the combo plan and the hosting and all that, you end up paying almost $15 to $20 a month on some of these services, and you'll easily run that up in a year or more. And then you have the other services they charge you for the premium support. You will definitely run up a very similar bill. Now, if you purchase a premium theme support, you pay about $50-$60 for 3 years or lifetime support of the theme. So there's definitely the money saving aspect to it too. This WooCommerce software is definitely good. It's a major recommendation of mine. Definitely would take it over Wix and the payment processing they have. That is for sure. That's all I wanted to share. Thanks for watching.